Just for the kids heading back to school this week. And as your children head back to school, be careful about how many activities you schedule them for. Music lessons, you've got sports, tutoring, and more camps. Of course, every parent wants to give their child the best opportunities, but some parents may end up not just draining their finances, but also the family's energy. And joining us to talk about overbooking your kids is therapist Julie Hanks, owner of Wasatch Family Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. This is very timely. You have kids going back to school today?
I do.
A lot of people this week or next week. Yeah. And this is interesting because there was an article in New York Times and it lists a number of myths out there. And so maybe we can work through some of these myths. The first one, good parents sign their children up for many activities.
That is a myth, and it's really not true. Kids need some activities, but too many lead to exhaustion and anxiety and kind of poor functioning. So too many is not, it's not good. They need a good balance.
And it's hard to balance when you have several children and each one of them may have one or two activities, but when you combine it, that's when the chaos comes.
That's definitely when it comes. And kids really need unstructured downtime and playtime. Play is a child's work. That's how they process the world. And as a therapist, we see a lot of kids who are so anxious because they're not having any downtime to do that imaginative play.
Now let's take a look at the second myth. If I push my child to excel, that will equate to a high self-esteem.
Yeah, isn't that easy to believe as a parent? But that's not necessarily true. Achievement doesn't equal self-esteem. There are a lot of really great, well-accomplished people out there who don't feel good about themselves. So really the truth is that kids, and the tip is that kids need family rituals and they need time to have emotional closeness, not just excellence in their activities. So that those social skills and that connection is really what help kids feel secure in the world and feel good about themselves.
And many times parents will schedule their kids, they'll try to offer them or expose them to different sports or academics or arts, whatever, to try to find this hidden talent that maybe their child has yet to discover.
Right.
Is that one of these myths?
It is. So it's easy to think, well, every child has an exceptional talent, and if I just expose them to enough activities, we'll find this hidden talent. And exceptional means it's the exception. Most kids will not excel and be the best in a certain area, but the goal is to have well-rounded kids who are exposed to a lot of different activities and find things that they enjoy. But the goal is not to create the superstar. That's the exception.
Now let's look at the fourth myth right here, and this is good parents always put their child first.
Don't you think? Do you think that? Do you believe that myth?
This is interesting. You're putting me on the spot here.
The truth is that the top parenting skills, the three most important, have nothing to do with sacrificing for your kid. The first one is showing them love and affection. The second is managing your own stress level, and the third is modeling healthy adult relationships. So those are the three most important skills for having positive outcomes in parenting, and they don't involve going into debt for, dance lessons or giving up family dinner time so your kid can play on all these different sports teams. So isn't that interesting? The top three don't involve sacrificing for your kid. You got to take care of yourself, right?
That's right. And having that time to, whether it be exercising or whatever you need to be right yourself, before you can be right for the family. And this is a good time of year for parents, moms and dads, to kind of reevaluate as they're heading into the school year.
Yeah.
Are we balanced?
Right. And you got to have that balance. You want your kid to be involved, but you need that time as a family and downtime for your child too.
Great food for thought. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks, Scott.
All right. We'll be right back.